What's up, family? It is official. The governor of Florida has announced his running for the next president of the United States, but he brings a lot of baggage with him in the process. Starting off, Tina Turner, one of the largest rock and roll singers, has died. Yes, guys, she ended up dying yesterday and she was 83 years old. Now, guys, I don't know if you remember her, but she was known, I think she was married to Ike Turner, in which that favorite part in that movie was, "Eat the cake, anime, eat the cake, anime." But anyways, guys, we definitely want to give her our respects. She was a huge rock and roll star and she became a pop behemoth in the 1980s, and she has died at the age of 83 years old from a long illness that she has been suffering from. So anyways, guys, I definitely want to encourage you to send up some prayers for her and her family during this particular time. I know she lived a great life, being able to survive at least until the age of 83 years old. So we definitely give kudos to her and thank you for all of her great music in the past. But anyways, guys, moving on, we do have a huge warning message to the United States. Yes, guys, Fitch has now put the United States, their AAA rating, on a negative watch. And this is all in regards to the fighting of the negotiations in regards to raising the debt ceiling. Yes, guys, Fitch put United States AAA long-term foreign currency issuer default rating on negative watch on Wednesday, pointing to brinkmanship over the debt ceiling. Futures linked to the Dow Jones Industrial Average ended up slipping a little bit because of this warning message. Now, again, the House Speaker Kevin McCarthy earlier on yesterday offered hope that his negotiators and the White House team would reach a deal before next week's expected deadline. And again, guys, the rating watch negatively reflects increased political partnership that is hindering reaching a solution to raise or suspend the debt limit despite the fast approaching specific deadline of June the 1st. Now, again, there is some controversy in regards to whether or not this June 1st deadline is actually accurate, in which we heard from the Treasury Secretary yesterday, in which she tripled down on the idea that she was serious, that the U.S. could run out of money as early as June the 1st. So anyways, guys, that is the current state that we're in right now. They did meet on yesterday, which I will say that there was no progress made in regards to the negotiations. However, Mitch McConnell did come out and say that the American people, they need to relax because they've always done it in the past. They've been able to raise the debt ceiling whenever the time came, and they will do it again this time. So you have no fear. Mitch McConnell is here, and they will be able to raise the debt ceiling before the deadline. So anyways, guys, take that with a grain of salt. But anyways, guys, moving on. Hey, you guys remember that riot that happened on Capitol Hill on January the 6th? Well, that one particular individual that ended up going into the previous House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office and ended up sitting back in her chair, and he put his foot on her desk, as you can see right here in this picture. Guys, he was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison. And yes, guys, shockingly enough, even though this has been more than a year ago, people from that particular riot are still going to court and still being sentenced to months or even years in jail. Now, again, like I said, this was a particular person. They ended up putting his foot directly on her desk, which was one of the main photos that we saw during that particular time. He is now going to jail. So anyways, guys, it is not over. There are still others that are still facing consequences in regards to the participation in the January 6th riot, and we'll probably see their sentencing, if any, in the near future. Keep that in mind, guys. But moving on to some other news, guys, we do want to talk about the huge launch and the announcement that came from the governor of Florida, Ron DeSantis. Yesterday on Wednesday, guys, he declared his 2024 candidacy in a glitchy Twitter Spaces event. Yes, guys, he was planning on making this particular announcement, this huge launch of his candidacy on Twitter using their particular service called Twitter Spaces, in which, guys, it ended up having a little bit of glitch, which ended up causing some people unable to be able to even watch the particular announcement from the governor of Florida. As you can see right there in this particular photo, which is a very nice photo, I will say, looks very elegant right there. But anyways, the Florida governor, Ron DeSantis, officially filed paperwork on Wednesday to seek the Republican nomination in the 2024 presidential election. And he also announced his candidacy via Twitter. Now, why this matters? Well, DeSantis, which is widely seen as the former President Trump's most serious challenger, made a name for himself challenging COVID protocols and pursuing an aggressive conservative agenda on race, gender, and education in the state of Florida, which is exactly why a lot of people don't necessarily like him. They like his conservative ways. However, they are not necessarily feeling his agenda to go after people like Disney, Mickey Mouse, and Minnie Mouse, as well as the people that are supporting the Pride, the LGBT community, as well as some different issues with education and supporting random books that are being read and supported in the school systems. And so, guys, he comes with a lot of baggage in regards to him running for the next president. Will that actually stop him from winning? Well, we don't know as of yet. But so far, guys, he is receiving a lot of uproar in regards to his stance on the woke agenda in Florida. And the question is, will he carry all of that over directly into his presidency? We'll just have to see. So far, we don't know, but we can only assume that if he is pushing these particular measures directly in his current state, we can probably expect him to push those same things within the United States. So, and like it says right here, that DeSantis will use various moves he's made in Florida, like fighting Disney, banning critical race theory, restricting discussions around sexual orientation, as well as gender identity in classrooms, removing a Soros prosecutor, as well as opposing China as a proposed blueprint for conservative policy across the country. Now, I will say one thing that he's actually done in the state of Florida, which is, I think it's a great idea, is that he actually banned individuals from China to be able to buy or purchase land in the state of Florida. Now, shockingly enough, this is something that has been allowed all over the United States. And it looks like this is the first governor that actually went a step further and put a ban disallowing those individuals from China to purchase land on U.S. soil, which is very shocking considering that the United States can't purchase land in China, even though I don't know anyone that actually wants to, but then again, it's actually banned as well. So why would the United States allow anyone in China or any other countries to be able to buy land here on our own ground? So it begs the question, guys, but I will say I do love the idea that Ron DeSantis actually put that new banning measure in place just for the state of Florida. Now, if he does win the presidency, he could actually put that same ban for all of the United States. So that would also be a great idea as well. But anyways, guys, we are jumping too far. He has just announced his candidacy, and obviously it didn't go too well, guys. Yes, guys, he has now had people coming after him, people like the former president as well as the former vice president. Starting off, we did hear a response from the former president, Donald Trump, in which he put out a message and he ended up blasting DeSantis as well as his campaign launch, calling it a catastrophe and said it was a total disaster. Now, I will say, to give credit to Donald Trump, it was a disaster, guys. It ended up causing some glitches, and Twitter couldn't necessarily handle the bandwidth of all of the people that were trying to watch his announcement through Twitter. So again, Trump was right in regards to this, but why do you want to hit a man down when he's already down? Come on, Trump, you can't do that. But that is exactly fits the description of the former president, Donald Trump. So anyways, guys, it does say that the former president, Donald Trump, blasted Ron DeSantis, his campaign launch, as a catastrophe and a disaster on Wednesday after the governor's announcement on Twitter was marred by technological glitches. He said, wow, the DeSantis Twitter launch is a disaster. His whole campaign will be a disaster. Watch, Trump said in a post on Truth Social using a shortened version of the sanctimonious nickname that he has already given Ron DeSantis, which is very crazy, guys. But anyways, he also put out a message and said that, look, is the DeSantis launch fatal? He later added, yes, it is. So yes, guys, a little opportunity from the former President Donald Trump to actually hit Ron DeSantis when he is having a bad day. So anyways, guys, he was not the only one to take it a step further, guys. We also saw a little bit of poking coming directly from the former Vice President Mike Pence, in which he also criticized the Disney woke idea and their policies, but he also went after and slammed Ron DeSantis, his overreach in regards to everything that is going on in Florida right now. The former Vice President Mike Pence said he fully supports Florida's challenge to Walt Disney's over the woke policies, but he criticizes government overreach, which I will say that Ron DeSantis is using his power to go after people just because they didn't agree with his policies. So that is not right, guys. But anyways, guys, that is another topic for another day. So we won't touch on that right now. But just know that the people, the actual Republicans that are already running for the 2024 presidential election, they have come directly for Ron DeSantis on the same day that he announced his candidacy. They couldn't even give him 24 hours. But anyways, guys, I just thought that was very funny. But anyways, guys, this is going to be very interesting moving forward and seeing how all the campaigns are going to go, especially once we get to that time when they are going to have to face each other during a debate. That is going to be crazy. The former vice president running against the current president, his boss at that particular time, and then also one of their close friends, Ron DeSantis, running against him as well. It is going to be insane, guys. I can't wait, guys. Grab your popcorn. I sure will have mine. And anyways, guys, last but not least, we do want to go ahead and talk about whether or not it was a success, this particular launch on Twitter for Ron DeSantis. Well, guys, we do have the numbers in, and it really hasn't even been 24 hours yet. In fact, it's only been 6 hours since he made this announcement in which this particular post right here was released. It says that Ron DeSantis ended up raising $1 million in an hour after his campaign launched on Twitter. Yes, guys, this is not shocking because we know that there is a lot of money out there and a lot of people love to put money down on their specific favorite politician, in which Ron DeSantis actually supports a lot of people. But anyways, guys, he was able to raise $1 million in the first hour after he launched his presidential campaign. And he said in his statement that, look, there was so much enthusiasm for Governor DeSantis' vision for our great American comeback that he literally busted up the internet. Yes, guys, he caused the internet to end up crashing in regards to Twitter alone, guys, but not the whole entire internet. But anyways, guys, he said that he will be busting up Washington, which is next on his list, and $1 million raised online in 1 hour and counting. We should know the new number sometime today. But anyways, guys, this particular announcement comes after Ron DeSantis entered the race for the Republican nomination for president after months of speculation. We all knew that he was going to do it. We just didn't know when. But what a perfect time right now, especially as they're dealing with raising the debt ceiling limit. So anyways, guys, Ron DeSantis also filed his paperwork with the Federal Election Commission early on Wednesday morning before posting an official campaign launch video on his Twitter account. Now, guys, I beg the question, do you think that the former President Donald Trump will actually join Twitter once again, even though he has his current social media site, Truth Social, but that is not giving the same numbers that he actually received on Twitter? And now that Ron DeSantis is running for the president and he is launching it on Twitter himself, will Trump come back to Twitter? That is a huge question, guys. Let me know what you think about this down below in the comment section. I think he personally will come back to Twitter once he realizes that Ron DeSantis is taking over the GOP nomination. But anyways, guys, post your votes down below. I would love to see what you think about this. But anyways, guys, hey, that's all we have for you today. And I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all we have for you today. But if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, then go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.